All right, and this next runner should sound pretty familiar because we're not doing anyone different. It's ComplexBeaver again, this time back with Prisoner of Azkaban 100%. Take it away.
Hello again. First thing before I start, I'm gonna tell you that we have object detail on highest for a specific reason, and it's gonna get changed later. And the rest of the things are on lowest because fast loads. So, countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So we got a minute and a half cutscene, so we're just chilling here. It's great. So in this game, like in all of the different versions of Harry Potter 3, such as the GBA version, which Conception is running tomorrow, we get to play as all three of the main characters, Harry, Ron, and Hermione. But unfortunately, PC is the one that restricts that the most. So we don't get to choose which one we're playing as at any point in the game. It just gives us the one that is needed for the situation. Hey, I went from 5 this time, and last time I only went from 3. Who's Ron? Yeah, I don't know who Ron is. There's totally not a version of this game which was edited so that you play as 3 different Rons. That totally is not a thing.
Know what I need to look for.
Basically another runner. Nixo was requested to run a game that only had Ron, so somebody edited the files so that everybody is Ron in the game. It's pretty funny. Alright. So our first glitch is actually the reason why, or one of the reasons why we have that setting on highest, and it's because if it's not on highest, some of the boxes in the train don't appear and other things in the world don't appear, which is actually why we changed that setting away from highest later on. But these boxes on here wouldn't be there. That was really slow, but that essentially let us skip a cutscene where Scabbers comes down. Alright. So you can see right now we're Harry, and right now Hermione is the only one that knows how to cast spells for some reason, so we changed to her for casting Depulso. And then again we're going to change to Ron because he's like, hey, I can open this magical cabinet that we're totally not going to open, because why would we do that? Instead we're going to use one trick that comes up. It's like the only trick that comes up multiple times, really, other than lag jumps, which you'll see later, which is the only real glitch in the game, where basically we're going to put Ron's arm through this armoire, and he's going to cast at the thing inside, which is a Lumos statue. And we'll be doing that multiple times. And the way that was found out to be a thing, well, first we had it on train, and we never thought that it would be a thing anywhere else for some reason, because we're stupid. So a runner got really mad at some imps one time, and so he just started casting randomly, and he cast through a grate at a Draconiphore statue, and then he's like, oh, I cast through a grate at a Draconiphore statue. I don't need to kill these imps. That is great. I just saved 20 seconds and a huge bit of RNG. And then we found more and more places to use it. So you'll see it in Transfiguration. You'll see it in Library, which is that one. Maybe Willow. I don't remember all of them though. But this is the 100% category, which changes absolutely nothing on train. Also, that's bad RNG. Basically, you want 7 pages here. But yeah, train is the same in every category in this game because there just isn't any collectibles that are worth getting in train. And the only card, it's literally straight in front of us after this fight, so why would we miss it in any other category? But for 100%, we need to get all 80 wizard cards, which there's our first one. We need to get all the secrets, which there's a certain number of secrets in each level. You can check during the pause menu. I won't because I just know where they are. But they'll also appear in one of the corners when we actually get a secret. It won't tell us how many are total, but it will tell us how many we've gotten in that level. And then we also need to complete the requirements list, which requires us to get 137 cauldron cakes to unlock portrait passwords, which we also need to get cards anyways. And to get cards we need to get 410 pumpkin pasties, because why not? Great numbers there. What else do we need? And then we need to get all 10 challenge shields in each of the 3 spell challenges, and all 5 challenge shields in each of the spell finals, which are towards the end of the run. Am I missing anything? Oh yes, we need to do all the side mini games to complete the requirements list. So for some reason, to beat the game normally, you have to complete this requirements list, and you have to do all these random things that seem like they should not be required to just beat the game, but they are normally. But we found a way to skip most of that. That saves like literally 25 minutes in the 90% category. Do that. No, I didn't get it. If you spam cutscene skip and jump there, you can sometimes get a fast cutscene skip there, but I didn't get one, so oh well. But our first non-train level is actually Carpe, which is the most interesting level because Ron is literally Spider-Man. That's all you need to know, really. And it's really difficult, it's great that it's the first level because it's really difficult and you can reset to get really good Carpes, but it's so hard. Did I miss anything needed for 100%? All cards, all secrets, all requirements, the list, and I think, or all final shields. I think that's it. So we got cutscenes. For some reason, like half the cutscenes in this game are skippable and half are not. So it's weird. And actually, after Carpe, we got one of the bigger skips in the game as well. We're gonna get out of the castle early, which avoids us having to go and fight Peeves and also see Fred and George's shop. And you'll see a Peeves fight later in this game, and that is the only Peeves fight you have to do in any of the first 3 Harry Potter games on PC. All the other Peeves fights, there's like 6 or 7 of them, can be skipped. And it depends on how you count. Like we'll actually skip the 3rd Peeves fight in this game as well later on, a lot later on. Like after finals. That was really weird. So yeah, Ron is Spider-Man. That's all you need to know about this level. So we'll find 10 of these in each level, in each spell challenge. Like I said, Ron is Spider-Man. Carpe Retractum is a nice spell. Jump around a cutscene trigger there. Introduces us to Pixies. And then this is the one reason why, or the one main reason why we capped this game at 60 FPS. For some reason, if you're uncapped here, this imp will never move after the cutscene, and you'll just be soft locked forever. So hopefully I can manip these imps to give me fast throws. I want to go up and then back. That was not what I wanted to do, but if I'm close enough, these guys should see me through the painting, throw it out, and I can just kill them straight away. That is pretty good. Oh, here's an instance of turn casting. We're going to try and get the armor stand early, and I did actually get it, so that's cool. Get a second one early, because why not? You need to hit all 4 to open up the shield here. Just gonna jump over here real quick. It's a very precise jump, actually. One of the bigger Spider-Man swings. We normally call them Tarzan swings, but yeah. whichever you prefer, really. So basically the way that those are supposed to work is like you're standing still and they just bring you in a set path sort of thing towards the statue, but if you're in the air, they have really weird physics for some reason. If you're in the air when they like want to start bringing you towards them, it lets us do weird things.
Be careful. It can shoot fire out of its, out of its backside.
Yes, it's backside.
Cast rig to Sempra to knock it over. Then cast again as needed to knock the fire trap into the trap.
So I hope I haven't missed anything so far, because I haven't really done 100% in a while. So more Tarzan swings, beat that room, and another one. We kill ourselves on purpose here to close that door behind us, and then another Tarzan swing to get this shield, and we casted that. And wow, that's insane. That's actually just insane. I just beat my best seg by 5 seconds on that split. And that's literally the hardest split in the game. Another Tarzan swing. I messed that one up. That sucks. Another Tarzan swing. We'll come back to that shield. We need to get the secret first. There's a card in this one. Yeah. And then another Tarzan swing. Oh, I might have gone early on that one. Nope, we're fine. Try and manip the imps here. Gonna do that. Casted that. Oh, that missed. That's fine. Not too bad. Kind of slow though. Not the greatest second half to Carpe, but that's okay. Get this cauldron cake and then come back. Did I get the card? Yeah, I just saw it go away. Wait, did I? Yeah, okay. I was confused there. I thought I pulled a Nexo for some reason. That jump's barely possible. And then another weird Tarzan swing thing. Oh no. Oh, saved it. Really slow though. So Ron's beam, we go to a beam bonus room if we get all 10 challenge shields. So we're gonna go to Ron's beam bonus room, but Ron's has a weird trigger that if we hit the trigger, we leave it. So we're gonna hit the trigger and then we're gonna leave. Just like that. Imagine having probably the best first half of Carpe that's ever been done, and then screwing up second half that badly. So here we're not meant to be getting out of the castle, but we can just do that. What the heck? How did that spell miss 3 times? Yeah, so we actually do need quite a few beans to buy cards. We need 1,977 beans to buy all the beans. But we get like 600 in each of Harry's and Harry's and Hermione's bean bonus room that it's to get beans and Rons. Did that hit? Dude, hit! What the? No! That's such bullshit, man! That... What?
I was laughing at just your reaction to what was happening.
Like, it's just supposed to work, but... Like, the thing is, you can't cast a spell unless you're aiming at something. So, like, the game assumes I am aiming at that, and then it just decides to hit the bench in front of it 3 times in a row. Like, just come on. It's not like the run was good after the second half of Carpe, but, like, still. It's a great way to lose 25 seconds. So yeah, if you don't know, you're supposed to bring the Lumos over to these 2 secrets to get them. It's actually really hard to figure out if you don't know where they are. Get this card. Cast it there to get 2 more cauldron cakes. Oh, more than 25 seconds. 30 seconds even. Yo, Plushie, thanks for the raid.
Can I slide in with one quick donation?
Yeah.
We have $5.69 from Ashlyn that says, "Hi, Nate," and that is me, and that is my fiance who is right next to me on the couch. So thank you for your $5.69.
Nice. So we have Buckbeak flying. We'll see a lot of this later in the run. We'll have like 6 minutes of it. This first one's pretty simple, but like the last one that we do, we can only miss like 3 rings total. But this first ring, like I don't even know how many rings you can miss. It's probably like 20 or something. Like you need 15. I don't even know how many rings there are. But every speedrunner has failed white rings at least once because you just don't pay attention to how many rings you've actually gotten. And you're like, oh, damn, I only have 14, and we're done. But if you're paying attention, it's obviously not hard to get 15 rings. You can just see how many I'm skipping. Like, if it's out of my way at all, I'm not gonna get it. I did say at least once, though. The last ring counts as one. Like, this one would lose me no time to get it all. There we go. Ah, big brain. Need to use that more often. Skip the final. I don't think you can skip the final ring. Yeah, just run 3 GBA and you get to deal with the RNG of fighting a rat. Amazing. So much better than Buckbeak. Something about fighting rats and Harry Potter RPGs is just the worst. I'm gonna mash jump and cutscene skip there, and I get a super fast cutscene skip. It's really weird, but it works. So this is the only Peeps fight coming up that we cannot skip in the first 3 Harry Potter games for PC. The only one. And it's actually a really annoying one too, because you have to use all three people and get like a triple cast, like 5 or 6 times, I don't know how many. And then use Carpe for on. So you want to like kind of anticipate when the third one is going to come up and let go of your spell cast. Like see, not all 3 were up there, but it worked. save time.
You were brilliant, Ron. It's easy to be brilliant when you're scared half to death.
Grab these pumpkin pasties and head into class. I think I got all of them there. And actually, in this next class, which is Transfiguration, we get our first instance of the only glitch in the game, which is lag jumping, which basically we're going to hold print screen and the game's going to lag and we're going to jump super far. And it will skip us using one of the Draconophore statues. Herm face.
Are there any questions?
Literally the only glitch in the game. Unless you count turn casting as a glitch, but like, no, that's just casting smartly.
Werewolf cannot control its transformation.
Imagine using glitches. I totally didn't like use glitches for 38 straight minutes in Harry Potter 2. That didn't happen.
Perhaps you'd grace the class by having a go at
I don't remember that.
Me neither. It's not like it was 25 minutes ago or anything.
Just step through this door, then
Also, that estimate, so nice. Huh, imagine glotting the Peeves fight.
begin with the Latin Force spell displayed. Right. Latin Force. The
Transfig is actually probably the second hardest level to optimize after Carpe, of course, because Carpe swings.
cast Latin Force on the rabbits.
Because the movement with these
Control for
bunnies and dragons are pretty hard.
use the arrow keys to move the rabbit in the desired direction.
I agree, Flo.
Pick the rabbit up. Push the forward arrow key and hold down the right mouse button for the longest. Position the rabbit on top. Press the enter key anytime you wish to stop.
Exactly.
Right.
The best part about brightness boosting in Harry Potter 1 and 2, because they use the same engine, so
Splendid.
they have the same glitch, essentially, is that the brightness does nothing. It literally changes nothing unless you're in full screen, which nobody plays this game in full screen. Which is actually really good for speedrunning, that the brightness doesn't actually change the brightness and the game just stays bright, because it'd be kind of annoying if, like, you have different brightnesses depending on how many boosts you do throughout the run.
Yeah, you just gotta use flash, that's all.
Oh yeah. Ugh. So we stand here, and then we can, eventually... Oh my god, please. And then we can stand up here. That was really terrible. The collision's weird. Above us, there's two Belgian cakes, and remember we need 137 of them. Or, no, 139 of them
Statue misnamed.
to buy all 8 portrait passwords, because numbers. Basically, the portrait passwords get more expensive and more expensive, and it turns out to be 139 because 10 plus 12 plus 12 plus 15 plus 15 plus 20 plus 25 plus 30 is 139. So, lag jumping, I pause the game, I hold print screen, and I unpause the game, and I go super far. I'm glad that those didn't screw me over, because it's kind of a precise window, depending on how good your PC is, when you have to hold print screen, like during what part of your jump, like if you're going up or down. Alright, I guess I'll go for a strat here that is fast, but it's kind of precise. Yeah, we're gonna do a turn cast here on the knight behind the dragon statue. I can't really hear it though, that's the problem. So I need to be quiet while I'm doing it so I can hear if I actually hit it or not. Did I get both? Nope. I hate this one. Oh, come on. I'm gonna keep going until I get it, because why not? What? Seriously. Anytime now, Hermione.
Let's get the energy in chat to get this turn cast working,
It's
please.
so stupid. It saves like 5 seconds if you get it first try. What the heck? Why do I keep casting? What? 10 more. Oh, 10 more tries. I got it on my last try. No way.
Let's go. Let's go.
I was gonna give up, I swear. So basically what that saves is now we only have to use the dragon to do 2 of these things instead of 3. Oh, how did that miss? What? So we only do 2, and then we just go down here instead, get the secret that we need, and then use the momentum of the platform to skip the 1. Amazing. Alright, now for a way easier turn cast.
That's how you save time, everyone.
Oh, okay, that was close. Almost couldn't grab it.
Miss Grange is a bandyman. A bandyman will expel a foul trail of slime.
How could I be slowly dying? I've done 40-hour speedruns.
You can cast Victus Imper.
What's an hour and a half?
Quick enough. You could jump on top of it to see
Or what's a minute of bonking Hermione against a wall? That's nothing to me.
Now, have we talked about what your next goal is yet on the stream here?
Probably. I don't think so. It's not insane at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
So if you thought 40 hours was crazy, we're looking at a full series run of the 100% categories, which is what's the estimate on that again?
I don't know, like 65 hours?
65 hours.
Easy. Please throw something. Thank you. I'm gonna grab an extra pumpkin pasty here because doing that armor stand turn cast actually skips a few. Red, yellow, blue, red, yellow, red, behind you, blue, red, blue, red. That gets you everything. When is full series Hundo? Maybe February, if I learn in time. I still have 8 games to learn. 8 or 9? I don't know. Maybe more, don't remember. Oh, so we grabbed this secret with the dragging, because we can. That's nice. Sleep is overrated. So yeah, a few months ago, is it a few months already? I don't know. In July, I did full series any %, which is all 23 games that share their title with a movie in a row, and I did it without breaks because I'm dumb. And I finished it in 39 hours, 41 minutes, and 4 seconds. And I decided that wasn't enough, so I'm gonna do 100%. But I only knew the 100%s for PC at the time, so I've been learning, and now I know like 14 or 15 of them out of the 23. So there's multiple reasons that we don't skip Hermione's Beam Bonus Room. The first one is that we can't. The second is because it has cauldron cakes and pumpkin pasties, and those are really useful. But you know, the not being able to is really stopping us there. I'll actually hit that same trigger that I hit with Ron. It's gonna do something interesting, but it's not gonna let us just leave the Beam Bonus Room. Because if it would, we would grab like all the pumpkin pasties and cauldron cakes and then just leave. But we can't. Nah, Flo, maybe then I'll learn 602, because why not? Just learn all the stupidly long multi-runs that exist. 602 plus Snow 100%. But yeah, my plan is to try and learn the rest of the 100% categories for during my winter study break in February. But I can't promise that because school is hard. So I'll go and hit that trigger now, and you can see what happens. I'll actually hit the second trigger as well, because why not? So here's the one that I hit with Ron. This one spawns in Ron, because logic dictates that that's what should happen. And we can bounce Ron off our head, and if we hit the other one on the other side, it replays Hermione's cutscene. And for some reason, Ron's is skippable, so we can like move during it, but Hermione's is not. Alright, so now we get like a bunch of story missions in a row. Not a bunch, a couple. So we're gonna have a cutscene. The totally best PC Quidditch ever. Am I right? You can lose and save so much time on it.
Even though the following morning was stormy,
Oh, okay. It's a nice time to stretch though.
Oh, we have a call out in the chat. I'll donate $100 if you win a Quidditch match.
Yeah, you're right. I did lose all 4 of my Quidditch matches in Harry Potter 2 because gotta go fast. If you play 100%, you actually win 6 of them because it's required. But yeah, tomorrow Conception will win some Quidditch matches.
Maybe, hopefully. I'll try.
Better not lose.
There's always a
Malfoy.
chance you can lose.
That's
Yeah,
true.
there's always a chance you can.
now we obviously can't bring a
I think Nick's actually did that, lost in his full series attempt.
bother to appear as the thing you fear most.
In one of my D-Rust runs I did this past week, I lost 1 match.
We'll practice
I don't think I've ever lost.
aim your wand at the target.
It's just so fast to be over.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so quick, and I lost the Bludger match too, so I was just getting really trolled by the Bludger, just hitting me back repeatedly.
Yeah, that's fair.
Passes over your wand.
I think that's the one Nick's lost as well.
The incantation for the spell is Expecto Patronum.
Right.
Alright. Oh, should have my hands on my keyboard. So this is a spell we have to charge until it's on our wand. Any point that's on our wand will work. You do 3 there. This skull gives us 3 cauldron cakes, which is really nice. We only need 100 more now. And these 2 skulls each give us 3 pumpkin pasties. So now we need 310 more of those. A lot of them we're gonna get right towards the end because we're gonna like go through all the portrait passwords, and they have just a ton of stuff in them. Or some of them do. Some have minimal stuff, but it's great that the last one, which after you buy the last portrait password, you have no more uses for cauldron cakes, but inside that portrait there's like 25 cauldron cakes because useful.
The creature's presence will likely keep you. Cast a perfect Patronus at a robber to disable it.
Beans, 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 beans. I totally didn't pay a tier 3 sub for the trans bean at one point. That didn't happen. Oh wait, yes it did. Alright, library. So we get to beer on for a few seconds here. There's actually a strat here, but I haven't practiced it, so I'm not doing it to do this in a different order. But it's pretty risky if you don't know what you're doing, and I haven't done it recently. Oh, what am I doing? Hit the trigger up there with Ron, and then you turn and cast at this, and then we're gonna become Hermione. And then this is a turn cast that was found randomly because somebody was mad at the game. And this dragon is great. So now we get 2 minutes of mashing the left mouse button to kill the monster book of monsters 5 times. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, Prisoner of Azkaban really wants you to take your anger out on books, kind of no matter what version you play.
That's so true. Kind of less so in console. I think there's only 2 or 3 fights against Monster Book. Which, like, is still more than you would expect because it's a book. But like, here we do, in this game we do 6, and in GVA you do 7?
Yep, 7. 7 book fights.
Yeah. You also do 5 in a row in Care of Magical Creatures class.
Yes, indeed, and it's riveting stuff.
At least these ones are pretty fast, but they kind of suck for RNG because basically you see, like, we hit it once and then they start flying towards us and then you hit it again and that's when it actually does damage to the monster book. But if Ron or Hermione does that second hit, it does significantly less progress. So you really want it to be Harry who gets that second shot in. So Ron and Hermione can screw you over pretty easily here. Lose you a lot of time. You've only screwed me over like 2 or 3 times so far, I think. I'm on the last one. That's pretty good though. Mashing is weird in this game because cutscene skips are weird. Once you have a cutscene skip up, depending on the cutscene skip, you want to do different things, like a mash or don't press anything, and they skip faster depending on it. It's so weird and stupid. Hate it. And unlike in Harry Potter 2, cutscene skips don't count as loads in this game. Here we're gonna activate that cutscene and come get this card, and then it will teleport us there. Slight optimization. Also, it's solid ice, by the way. I really thought it was liquid ice, but Harry corrected me.
I also prefer the rare gaseous ice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Sometimes the plasmic ice is pretty nice, though. You can't actually turn cast through here. Like, you can aim at it, but it will never hit. It will hit the wall. These slides are one of the reasons why beating this game with no beans is essentially impossible. I think it's technically possible, but like without save states it would be near impossible to miss every single one of these beams on these slides. I'm an idiot. I was supposed to grab those 3 Cauldron Cakes, and I just ignored them. Because I was not paying attention. It's fine. We should only end up like 1 short, which we can buy. Take like 6 seconds. As long as you don't miss any here. Those 2 are rather annoying. Well, the second one is. So coming up is the second reason why we start the world detail on highest. First was Scabbard Skip right at the beginning of the game. The second is because of a banner in the next area. In the second half of this area, on the other side, there's going to be a Slytherin banner we're going to cast at. And for some reason, if you're not on highest, it doesn't exist. And it's very useful because it gives you like 4 Cauldron Cakes and like 8 or 12 pumpkin pasties. Pretty nice. I'm being stupid and casting that stuff in the wrong order. 27? Yep. Just making sure I had the right card count at this point. Get these nice double kills. You have to wait slightly here before you jump so that you actually get that to the shield there. Now I'm just gonna say a bunch of random numbers to think of how many Cauldron Cakes I'm supposed to have. So I'll have 63, that will make 72, 72, 72 will make 77, will make 83, will make 87? Wait, no. 83. Is 83 enough? I don't remember. I think you need 84. No! Damn it! It is 84, so I will need to buy one. Or, no, I can just get the extra one here. It's fine. That was weird, by the way. So I'll just get the extra Cauldron Cake in the next level, and I won't have to buy one. I'm not exactly sure why I fell off this slide. Also, I might miss this now because of that. I don't know if the cycles would have started. Well, we'll see. No, that's the same cycle. It wasn't loaded in. You have to slow down there to actually get that shield. It's really annoying sometimes. If you miss it and have to go back, it will be on a different cycle every time. So it's really annoying.
Managed to get all 10 challenge shields. You know what that means? The beam bonus room. Have fun, Harry. Wow, this is the beam bonus room.
So Harry's Beam Bonus Room has less goodies than Hermione's, but it's still pretty nice. And we don't skip it because we can't still. But it has 9 Cauldron Cakes instead of the 20 that Hermione gets and the 0 that Ron gets. Because fair. He also gets less pumpkin pasties from the middle sections. Gets the same from these knights. But from the chests and from the stuff that drops down, he gets less. And Ron literally only has beans in his bean bonus room, which is fair. Ron really likes beans, but like, it's weird. So if you remember, Hermione had like a bunch of cauldron cakes and pumpkin pasties on the floor here. Harry only has a couple. So after the next two levels, which are Willow and Back in Time, it's actually where a point where the route can kind of change depending on RNG. And the RNG that it depends on is whether or not certain traders in the world are male or female. And the reason is because the female traders have so much quicker lines that it's worth it to trade with them. Like, you'll save like 20 seconds overall. So if you have a female trader to start, you would trade 16 times with her. But if not, you wouldn't, and you would go do some mini games first. So it's really weird.
Or the scarlet variety. Doesn't really matter, I suppose.
You can have another go at the Glaciers Challenge if you want, Harry.
Or you can come back later.
More cutscenes.
Despite the dangerous visitor lurking around,
Can I slide in with the plug while we're going
Yeah,
through
go
cutscenes?
ahead.
All right, so we are raising funds for the Trans Lifeline nonprofit, of course. Our current goal is at $500. If we get to $500, I think we can make some kind of special announcement about what our next goal is going to be. But I'm gonna leave that secret for now. We're gonna keep talking with amongst the staff to see what we're gonna do. But if you wanna hear what we have planned next, maybe donate towards $500.
Secrets are fun. Just like finding all the random secrets in these Harry Potter games, because some of them don't make sense, especially if you play Harry Potter 2 for the PC, because they literally have secrets inside of secrets. Because logic.
Secretception.
Like, they literally have a secret at the beginning of Spongify, and then inside that secret there is a secret. And it's like, why? Why would you do this? It doesn't make sense. Alright, so normally I would skip this next cauldron cake, but because I accidentally skipped 3 earlier, I'm gonna grab it. It's really not much slower at all to get. The secret was a hard one to find as a child. As a young beaver. Alright, I'm gonna go for a strat here. I probably won't get it. It's really hard. It saves like 2 seconds or something. But it doesn't lose time to go for, so I may as well try. No, Hermione. She needed to get into the door area. So that's a turn cast where you... It's a turn cast that's also a multicast. Yeah, see, it's closed. Basically, it would skip the long animation of this opening. Hermione was too slow though, and she didn't go into a good spot. Oh well. No! Fall down! Dragon! I know you want to stay an adamant object for longer, but you can't. We need to get out of here. We need to go fast. Alright, and coming up is the final secret in Willow. Nice, I got all 3 of those. It's pure RNG, like what direction each of those pumpkin pasties fly out of the chest from, so it's nice that they clumped together and went straight. So yeah, I need 84 cauldron cakes after the next level, and there's exactly 6 in there, so we're on target. And none of the 6 are slow, they're all really fast. Big puzzle room. Whoa, how did you not cast, Hermione? That's such a good room right until the end there. Oh well. So, just like Aragog and Peeves and Airplane in HP2, Dementors are really loud in this game for some reason. So we got a fight coming up right after this cutscene, and then another fight after the back in time section. So just warning you in advance.
There's no need to be afraid. Sirius Black.
They're not that long though. First one's only like 25 seconds.
He's not a rat. He's a wizard by the name of Peter Pettigrew. What?
25 to 30. And the second is like twice that. He can explain, by the way.
It wasn't Sirius Black who betrayed your parents, Harry. It was Pettigrew.
If I did this right, I can cast it this one, like that. No, how? How didn't that work? Ugh. Basically, the spell was supposed to hit that Dementor as he was spawning, but it didn't work. Also, the Dementors aren't live for me right now. That's really weird. Don't know how I did that.
They've got bug beacon there somewhere.
You sure you set the time to that right amount?
But kind of imagine that secret in a secret thing. You're like, why would they put a secret in a secret? I'm missing this one secret, but I can't seem to find it. And it's just hiding inside another secret.
You did it!
That's like so evil of developers.
Oh no! The door closed!
There's got to be a way out.
The spell must have been in the hitbox of the Dementor as it was spawning in, because it needs to hit it after it spawns in.
Nice one, Riley. You opened the door, but it was too high for me to reach.
It's just kind of unlucky. 3 cauldron cakes.
Does that help?
Hold tight. I'll see what's in there.
2 more in this cauldron. Nice quad. Double. Single. hill, but it was pretty nice because this guy ran all the way over here. I will take that. Those imps are really hard to optimize because there's just 8 of them and they go in all weird directions all the time. So you kind of need to get lucky. And the card. Don't forget that one. If you forget it, it costs 250 beans and you do not have 250 beans to spare. Turncast there. And the reason why that turncast is so good, I probably didn't need those, is because it skips a double cast. Because normally you're as Harry there and you need to hit both of those things, but if we hit it as Hermione, we don't need to double cast. I skipped that chest because I got the 2 of the rabbit for some reason. And more Dementors. Hopefully I get one of these early hits. That guy's in a good position. So that spell should hit that guy. Where did it hit? What? I'm so confused. I don't know what happened to it that time. Let's try again on this guy. There we go, see, that guy got hit. That was what was supposed to happen. Oh, 3 times. So instead of going straight to finals, we're actually going to go and buy 6 of the portrait pastors right now, so that we can use them on our way up the castle later, instead of going back up to buy all 7 or 8 later, or not all, to buy 7 later and then jump down this huge staircase. It's slightly faster to do it this way. So we'll buy 6 of them right now, and we have exactly enough cauldron cakes. Alright, see you later. A good one. Because 10 plus 12 plus 12 plus 15 plus 15 plus 20 is equal to 84.
We get it, you have a math degree.
I do? I didn't realize. Also, all these lines are complete RNG and they suck. Literally every line that you're hearing is RNG. I think I got pretty decent RNG though. So, we don't like staircases, so we just do that. Alright, Carpe Exam. Carpe Exam is hard because Tarzan swings. That one's like actually pretty difficult. To start that double swing. Like when that was first found, people thought that like somebody that would go for that is stupid, but now like literally every runner goes for it. Because it saves like 15 seconds. It skips its cycle. Oh no. No! Please don't! Okay. Sometimes if you hit the death plane in weird positions, it spawns you in like... I figured. In really weird spots. Also, this is the point where we have to go here, and change to normal object detail. And that gets rid of a fence right here so that we can just walk through instead of jumping around the sides. Really weird. And then we're gonna go backwards to this area again. Get on here. Tarzan swing up. Let's get past the level. I should have time to get the pumpkin pasties and only lose the insane cycle. I missed one of those, but that's fine, as long as I get all 3 in the next room. So yeah, this will be what we call first cycle, which is actually the second possible cycle of the platform. Because 0 cycle is just insane and you have to like skip pumpkin pasties, which is really risky. Alright. Now Hermione's final. So it took us so long, literally until like 2 years ago, to realize, hey, we can jump on Spongify platforms with a rabbit and skip like half of this section. Like there's these side areas that we're supposed to go with the rabbit on, but like we just don't have to. Also, I almost failed that jump. Failing that jump loses like 30 seconds. But yeah, jump on the Spongify tile with a rabbit, obviously. That's terrible. You have to wait here to grab the fireball when it respawns. How did I miss that pumpkin pasty? I didn't even know that was possible. Hopefully I'm not one short at the end of the game. The thing that sucks about pumpkin pasties is there's a knight later on who can give a random number of pumpkin pasties between like, I want to say it's like 8 and 20 or something stupid like that. So it's really hard to route because it's so late in the game that you actually go to that night. So you just kind of hope that he gives you a high roll. So we're collecting more cauldron cake. Oh, please get around the wall. More cauldron cakes because we need to buy the last 2 passwords, which cost 55 between them. But we're gonna get most of those 55 in the 6 that we just bought. But we do need a few from finals. Also, second instance of... Oh, I forgot to do the strat. I'm an idiot. Second instance of flag jumps here. Oh, bad angle. There we go. That one I don't pause because there's a strat to do it without. And then we hit the death plane from below somehow. And it spawns us down here. That's weird. Unlucky. Oh, crap. Ah, of course they all exploded. Need to be careful not to miss a shield here. You can hit the triggers to like continue on to the next part of the level, but not grab the shields. It's really weird. And we're gonna do more turn casts at the bottom here to kill salamanders early, while we're also fighting imps. Go this way. There, we froze the salamander, and then we killed the salamander, and then we also put out his fire. And that spawns the second set of 4 imps when only 3 are dead. It also causes the doors to come down very fast. Also, that was amazing, that section. And then I mess it up there. That was actually insane. Too bad the rest of it was kind of bad. I need that. I don't need that one. Also, you want to be very careful not to hit replay final exam, because you literally just have to replay it at that point. So in any percent, the only thing, once we get to this screen, all we would have to do is jump at a random door, the door behind Ron there, and we would hit a trigger to just start the credit sequence. Because developers are smart and put triggers in easy to reach places. But this is Honda, so we have things to do. Didn't see if I had a male or female trader here. Let's see. I have a female, so we're gonna trade with her 16 times. Also, I'm way good on pumpkin pasties. So we're gonna trade until we have 47 cards. So, anybody got any good jokes? Because we're gonna be here a while.
I don't know about jokes, but I could always say some stuff.
Sure.
Just in case you weren't aware of who we are, so this is the Trans Rights or Magical Marathon. It was formed by several people in the speedrunning community at large as a response to the anti-trans rhetoric put forth by the creator of the Harry Potter series. Everyone involved with the creation of the event believes that trans rights are human rights. Every trans individual, regardless of how they identify, is valid in their identity. Therefore, the event was created to showcase Harry Potter speedruns in order to raise funds to support trans people through the Trans Lifeline. So continue to get those donations in. Like I said, at $500, you will unlock a new secret special thing that we have that I can't really talk about yet. But $500, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it.
Nice doing business with you.
So we're like halfway done.
Fancy buying a collector's card, Harry? Right.
We have to buy a total of 20 cards from traders, and it doesn't matter which one we buy from, it will have the same trade no matter what. So we use female traders for up to 19 of them, just because it's fast. We can't afford the 20th no matter what we do and make it a fast female trader. But it's weird because all of the traders are completely randomized, except for one of them, which is the one that we used to always trade with, and it's a guy in the Gryffindor, or near the Gryffindor common room, and he's the same every time for some reason, but all the other ones are completely randomized. So we buy the last couple from him, either 1, 2, or 4, depending on where we get female traders. Just because he's the last one we see right before we go back to Fred and George's shop for the last time to end the game. Oh yeah, one more.
Nice doing business with you. Do you collect cards? I put some
So if we get a female trader in the dungeons, we'll be able to buy 2 more from her. Because we'll have more pumpkin pasties at that point. But before that, we need to do the 5 Pixie minigame rounds and the 4 other Buckbeak minigame rounds. So that's like 10 minutes of not very amazing minigames. First one is more matching than even the Monster Book one. And then Buckbeak is just flying and it's pretty boring.
We've got a pixie infestation on our hands. What can we do to help? Just cast at the well to stir up the swarm. You'll have to work together to get rid of them. If you don't get all of the pixies...
I think I should be underestimate.
As often as you want. You'll earn a collector's card each time you can beat the swarm. If you can drive off every last pixie in the well, you'll earn all 5 cards in the set. But that's no easy feat.
Oh my god, please. Sometimes these pixies can like clip out of bounds and it's actually impossible to kill them all. And that's just a soft lock and you have to reload a save. Thankfully it saves before every round, but it's only happened a few times, maybe like 3 times to me ever. Come on. Sometimes they also just get stuck in a well where a place where you can't aim at them, but eventually they'll come out like that. Or Ron and Hermione will aim at them. There's one in the bottom of the well right now. It's not soft lock though. Somebody. Thank you. 2 more rounds. That was lucky to hit that. So there's 5 rounds. The first round has 2 waves. The second round has 2 waves. The third round has 3 waves. The fourth round has 3 waves. And the 5th round has 4 waves. And you just kill a stupid amount of pixies. Playing kind of sloppily. Oh, there's one behind me. Okay, thanks. Nope. Last one. Alright, last wave of the last round. And we get to go on to our last mini game, which is Buckbeak. Cool.
We did it! That's right. Fly away and good riddance. That was fantastic.
So 4 sections of Buckbeak.
No trouble at all, Harry.
And One advantage, because we changed that setting to normal in Carpe Final to get rid of that grate, there's actually going to be less trees throughout these sections, which make them slightly easier. It's really weird that it works out like that. I should stop missing grain rings before I fail it. Again, nobody knows how many rings you can miss in green, really, because there's just so many. Same for blue. It's just yellow and red, really, that people know the numbers, which is 5 that you can miss in yellow rings and 3 in red rings. So get me exactly 28. We can pause once the black bars appear to skip the cutscene. It still gives us the card, thankfully.
No trouble at all, Harry.
Blue rings. Basically, what we do in Buckbeak is we skip the rings that are not in our way for the first 3 sections, and then for yellow and red we have like specific ones that I just skip because they're either really slow or the collision around them is really weird. And obviously there's fewer than 5 and 3 for those respective ones that we miss. But you can see blue, I've missed so many and I already have enough. Let's get the cutscene again.
Hello, Harry. Back for some more hippogriff riding, are you? If it isn't too much trouble.
No trouble at all, Harry.
Alright, yellow rings, we can miss 5. I'll point out the specific ones I'm missing on purpose, because... and why, really. First one is coming up around the next set of logs, and it's just because it's really in an awkward spot. I don't know if I missed that one. That one over there, it's just in an awkward spot to get. Takes a while. Next one is the one way up high here. It's like 2 seconds to go get. It's not worth. The third is up in the top right corner coming up, because the collision around that tree there on the right is just really awkward, and you're almost guaranteed to bonk on something. Those are really the only 3 that I miss on purpose until I'm through this door, and then I can count to make sure I have enough, so I know I can miss that one already, and the last one over there. Just a small little optimization by taking in the straight line.
Back for some more hippogriff riding, are you? If it isn't too much trouble.
So red rings we can only miss 3, and there's really only 1 that we miss on purpose, and that's just because we would have to slow down to get it. I think I've done it once without slowing down, but like you have to be on the perfect like line to actually do it. And that's gonna be the one coming up here under the logs on the right here. You have to be on like the perfect line to go down in between those logs and get it, and then you have to spam as hard as you can to get back up for the next one. So it's just so much easier to skip it. Ooh, wasn't fast enough for that one. So I've missed one so far. Or two so far. It's fine. A bit slow. Whatever. I mentioned earlier how we're gonna skip the third Peeves fight, and that's actually coming up right after Buckbeak. We're actually gonna start the fight, and then because we did the castle skip earlier in the game is messed up right now and thinks that the gate should be the game thinks the gate should be up, and then it closes it for the Peeves fight, but instead, or the game thinks it should be down and then puts it up for the Peeves fight, but because we did the skip, it's down, or it's up, and so it puts it down for the Peeves fight, so we can just walk back out the castle instead of fighting Peeves, and then when we re-enter the castle, the Peeves fight won't be there anymore, and the gate will be down. So Peeves fight starts, we walk backwards at the castle, and we walk backwards back in the castle, and Peeves fight is gone. But he's actually sitting right there. You can fight him if you want to. So we already bought 6 portrait passwords, so we're going to use them on our way up to the top floors of the castle. And each portrait password has a card in it, so we actually have to use them. Unlike in the all requirements run where we just have to have them in our inventory, we don't actually have to use them. This next one can be quite annoying. That's a mail trader, that sucks. Because these crabs are literally the bane of my existence. Oh, I actually got a good one, I think. Yeah, I did. Wow. I'll take that. Like, look at this. They bounce so high for no reason. Just go all over the place. Those are actually pretty good, but they still could have been a lot better. Just remember, we need 55 cauldron cakes. Ugh, come on. And we need to get all 4 secrets in the actual Hogwarts area, so this is the first one. If this is a female trader, I'll trade. Male. Ah, come on, Ron. Oh, that's close. Another one of these actual secrets in the castle. There's only 4. Oh my god, Cass. I got one on the 7th floor earlier when I went to go buy the portraits. That's on frog. Ugh, I don't remember the number of pumpkin pasties I need. I think it's 180 from now on. If this is a female trader, we trade 3. But it's male. So yeah, I need 180. And I'll end up trading 4 with the final male trader. So this is the knight I was talking about that can give a random number of pumpkin pasties between his two casts there. So we have enough of those. Nice. And we're sitting pretty on pumpkins. We don't need 28 more. So we go by our last 2 portraits now. Ugh, this sucks when this happens. Please don't do it though. Ah, of course you did, game. Of course you did. Of course you clipped them through the freaking staircase. Because why not? That's why I normally don't take the staircase. It saves like half a second to actually take it. Because the area runs so fast. Why the heck not though?
Hi, Fred. Hi, George. Oh, yes. Now this must be an excellent secret. I'll buy that. Good secrets to be selling this way. It gets you into a very secret area. I'll buy that.
I'm gonna buy this card now just because it's kind of in our way. Be slower to get it later.
Yeah, I'll take it. Tuna Major.
So we'll do the 6th floor portrait password, which is actually the last one you buy. And we'll do the 7th floor.
Stack Jack.
Buy our last few cards, and then that will be pretty much the end of the run. I don't actually need those, because I have enough. And that night I hit there was 10 pumpkins. You can see them there. Actually, strats. I think these 10 will be faster than the 10 that come out of the armor. If I didn't mess that up, but I did. Whatever. Because we need 155 from now on because that card we bought costed 25. And this place has 20, which will give us 157, which is more than enough. I'm an idiot. I forgot what I was supposed to do here. I was supposed to come out here earlier and kill these. And then open this chest, come grab all the stuff off the floor, and then come back for this chest. Alright, so we got 9 cards to buy, 4 from here, and 5 from Fred and George, and that will pretty much be the end of the run. Is this world record? Not even close. gonna be super close to estimate again. My estimates were on point for this marathon.
Great, it's a deal.
Appreciate the business, Harry.
That's all right. We're running a bit ahead anyway, so even if you go over, we're good.
Just can't, Harry. I'll
Yeah.
buy that. There you go, Harry.
Junior Major.
I'm not over yet. It was 1:32. I got 2 minutes to finish.
Hi, George.
Minute and a half. Ooh, I might be slightly over. That was a very bad line.
Great, it's a deal.
Every single one of these lines, like I said, is complete RNG.
You've got a deal. Yeah, I'll take it.
Were you relieved to drag your Malfoy in that car?
Sounds good. I'll buy
I'm gonna be like a couple seconds over. Mylan knows this, but time is when I close the requirements menu. After the Dumbledore and McGonagall cutscene. And time.
Well done, all of you. You've completed your third year requirements.
Splendid.
Excellent job.
Absolutely splendid.
Just let the credit sequence play out. Because why not? You get to see the least, like literally the worst train design ever.
Do try and behave
It's actually terrible.
during the summer holidays.
It looks so out of place as well.
As the Hogwarts Express carried him and his friends back to King's Cross Station, Harry
While we're waiting for that design, you got any shout outs you want to do before we wrap it up after the train?
The dead we loved.
Nah, I'm good.
We don't recall them more clearly than ever in times of great
I mean, you can follow me if you want, but you don't have to.
life.
I do,
You should though. I think they should.
I do stupid speedruns most of the time. Great train, by the way. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh, so good. Yeah, I speedrun stupid things a lot. So if you like that, you can follow me. That's all I got though.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much, and we'll go ahead and move on to intermission. But thank you so much for your 2 runs.
Thanks for having me.